I would rather have a pleasant word and kindness say to me than flattery when my heart is still and life has ceased to be. I would rather have a loving smile from friends I know are true than tears shed round my casket when to this world I bid adieu. Bring me all your flowers today, whether pink or white or red. I would rather have one blossom now than a truckload when I'm dead. This is a season of the year that we think about giving. This is a season of the year. And today, for the first time in the history of radio, I will give away 10 gallons of chitlins and one turkey. And stay tuned for how you're going to win
Whoa,
it.
you say what now, Mom? Wait a minute. Now,
Okay,
wait a
today,
minute. Wait a minute. Let's start off.
I've been
Now, that
telling you.
poem was beautiful. That poem is beautiful. But you're saying that today on this radio show right here live at KTLV, and Dean and I and everyone's in Smiles say that you're going to be giving away buckets of chitlins for I mean, how will that happen?
I'm going to give away 10 gallons of chitlins, one turkey today. And
one
it is
turkey.
compliments of our sponsor, Hometown IJA. Danny appreciates your business. 2001 Northeast 23rd Street on Martin Luther King and 23rd, where you can shop for 24 hours.
Well, let's make sure everyone out there understands now. We got 10 buckets of chitlins that will be given away during the Clara and Luper radio show this beautiful Saturday morning. We have one turkey, that frozen turkey that will be given away this morning here on the Clara and Luper radio show. Am I correct?
You are correct. Now,
Am
these
I
chitlins,
correct?
you're going to have to clean them yourself. And you cannot just go down to Hometown and say, I listen to the Clara Luper radio show, I want my chitlins. You're going to have to get a signed statement, signed by that great news reporter, Clara Luper.
Well,
And on that, I'm going to say this is a certified that Calvin Luper, if you're the lucky winner, and you can't be the winner, this is a certified that Calvin Luper was a winner on that first Clara Luper's chitlin and turkey giveaway. Ooh,
Okay,
I
now
know-
what will they have to do since
Oh,
I
I'll
can't
tell
win?
them.
You're
Well, I'll
telling us
tell
to
them
go.
later on
Well,
in the
maybe we ought to
show.
remind everyone of our phone number out here, 672-1220. We also want you to call that friend, call that neighbor, get them involved today because this promises to be very exciting. But as I understand it, the prizes will be 10 buckets of chitlins. Will be
10 5-gallon
10
buckets
5-gallon
of
buckets of chitlins, which
chitlins.
total 50 pounds of chitlins. Then also
One
a turkey. And
That's-
plus, we get an opportunity to hear all the insights and your views on the activities that have happened in our great city and our great state during the past week.
Yes, this has been a week to remember because this is a week that we said goodbye to Herbert Lee Ballard. This happened on Tuesday, November 29th at the Friendship Baptist Church. Many of you will know Henry Ballard because he was employed at the Petroleum Club for 13 years, the ARA Food Service with Western Electric for 3 years, and retired from Rainbow Bakery Company after 19 years of service. The eulogy was delivered by Reverend M.L. Bub Brown. And today, once again, we would like to thank you on behalf of that Ballard family, mentor, a son, Herbert Lee Jr., two daughters, Valerie Lee and Bridget Renee, and one brother, Reverend Eddie A. Ballard. The family would like to express its sincere appreciation for many acts of kindness during the time of bereavement. On Wednesday at 11 o'clock, a crowd gathered at Langston University to say goodbye to Dr. Calvin J. Hall. He was called the Dreamer. Born on June 5th, 1941, and died on November 17th, 1994. Dr. Hall lived in words that were echoed by Langston Hughes. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Yes, Dr. Hall brought something to Langston University that cannot easily be replaced. The service was one that this reporter shall remember. The Langston University Wind Ensemble, conducted by Mr. Abbott Johnson. The lift every voice and sing a version very beautifully done by Langston University's concert choir with Dr. William B. Garcia. Reverend Richard Kennard and Reverend Hersey L. Hammonds read from the Old and New Testament. Dr. Vernon Jones from the Mount Zion Baptist Church in Guthrie, Oklahoma, gave a prayer that touched our hearts. There were resolutions and acknowledgments by Linda J. Williams, and then there were tributes of honor and gratitude from the nation and the world by Dr. Freddie Martin, Representative Dale Wales, Mr. Fred Butler, and Dr. Gene B. Mannings. And then two young men did My Way. Dr. Coleman delivered the eulogy, historical perspective, the dream and the dreamer. And then the choral benediction of the sevenfold, amen. The recessional. I believe with Mr. Larry Banks, the saxophonist, and Mr. Abbott Johnson, the keyboard. And it was over. Yet the memories remain. Memories that are very close to those in the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, students at Langston University, faculty, and friends. And on yesterday, I stood with a friend of his that came from Mississippi to say goodbye to her longtime friend. Her name was Dr. Deborah A. Buchanan from Mississippi Valley State University, who's the Dean of Student Affairs, who left yesterday going back to Mississippi with memories of a long-time friend. Yes, we thank God today that we had the opportunity to know Dr. Calvin Hall, and many of you heard him on the Clara Luper radio show. Well, it's time now to wish you a happy holiday season, and this comes from Stale's Restaurant, located 1100 Northeast 23rd Street. Now, Miss Stale say that if you would like for her to prepare that Christmas dinner, that special dinner, all you've got to do is to go to Stale's Restaurant, 1100 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, and tell her exactly what you want. You will get the biggest bargain that you have ever dreamed of. Holiday greetings from your friend Mr. Graham at United Drugs, where you can buy your Christmas presents. I want you to go by United Drugs and pick up your Christmas presents at United Drugs on Northeast 36 in Kelly in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Holiday greetings are extended to you from the Roth Funeral Home, a funeral home that has proven its worth and its contribution to Oklahoma City will never be overlooked. The Roth Funeral Home, the telephone number is 424-4136. Congratulations and happy holiday season from Carbon Realty, located at 1243 Northeast 34th Street. And it's time now to get you in that new home. The telephone number is 427-8311. Have you ever been to Petite Beauty Salon, located at 1917 Northeast 24th Street? I want you to go there. You can do more than get your hair done there. You can look at some of the most beautiful styles that this nation has ever seen at the Petite Beauty Salon, 1917 Northeast 24th Street. The telephone number is 427-922-922, but you don't have to call. You can go by there and you can get whatever you need. Congratulations are in order because today Karen Wallace is in Jackson, Tennessee, representing that Sooner State of Oklahoma in the Miss Black America pageant. Karen left Oklahoma City by way of Northwest Airline yesterday. Her lovely mother was out there and her brother And naturally, Dolly Hall and I were there to say goodbye to our contestant. We had the opportunity to speak to her last night from Lane College. She was in Lane College, and she told us how much she was enjoying everything. Mr. Anderson, the National Pageant Director, had presented all of the contestants with new shoes, new dresses, and with new swimming suits, and she said she loved it. She had a dinner that was out of sight, and certainly we would like to thank Mr. Adolph Brown, those fine CMEs, because you know Lane College was founded early in the history of this country, and it is a college that's supported by the CME Church. Well, I would like for you to wish Karen a lot of luck. And those of you, and I want you to do something else for Karen, because I know you would do it. All I've got to do is to ask you, because you know how proud you are of the Miss Black Oklahoma contestants, those that lost and also those that won. But we've got to show that we appreciate our young people. Now, what I want you to do, get out your pencils and paper, and I want you to send Karen a telegram or some flowers to Lane College, Jackson, Tennessee. Now don't send it to Mississippi. Send it to Jackson, Tennessee. And I want you to show your love toward our young people that certainly trying to make a contribution to America. She is staying in the Cleves Hall at Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee. We will be going to Jackson, Tennessee to be with Karen on this Thursday, and we will be there for the semifinals and all of that. Her mother and I will be flying together to Jackson, Tennessee. Congratulations to Sharon's being extended by the M&W Welding Company, 2601 Northeast 23rd Street, where you still have time to get all of the welding that you need done at M&W Welding Company, 2601 Northeast 23rd Street. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can get you some chitlins. I can tell you. Now, what you're going to have to do is answer a question. All of these questions are taken from the Black History Monument located at 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue. I know you know your history. I know you realize that black history is a part of American history, and American history is black history. In the next 5 minutes, you will have the opportunity to hear Mr. Leo Heiss.
That's correct, Mom. But I also know that later on during the show, you're going to start this popular event. The Bachelor of the Year contest will be.
I'm going to have
really
to check them out
off.
before I can call their names, because I want bachelors that are on the ball.
I know that's on the agenda.
Let's
I'm looking
go for
forward
the first question, and let's see what the winner will be. Now, remember,
phone number here is 672-1220.
All right. The first question, all you will have to do is to call and answer the question. Calvin, get your pencil ready, because we got to get in contact. On the Black History Monument, the only one of its kind in America, you will see the picture of the first black minister to speak at the Southern Baptist National Convention. Repeating, give me the name of the first black minister, a preacher, a pastor that was the first to speak at the National Southern Baptist Convention. Not only that, this preacher was a fighter for civil rights and certainly made a contribution that cannot be duplicated. The telephone number is 672-1220. Call me here and get the first thing I'm going to give away is that first gallon of chitlins. I'm going to give away, and Calvin has already told you about the chitlins that I'm going to give away. Now, all our sponsors will be giving away something special during this holiday, but at this time, we're looking at Hometown IGA. Happy holidays from Javon's Style Shop, located at 11105 North Penn in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 752-7322. too. That's Javon's Style Show, and Javon can style that hair to your satisfaction. Holiday greetings from Ancient Thread, 1909 North Classen Boulevard in Oklahoma City, where you will have time to do your shopping at Ancient Thread here in Oklahoma City. Who will be the first winner of the first gallon of chitlins? Oh, I love chitlins. I love chitlins. I love chitlins. And that's one part of the holiday season that I really appreciate. I know the telephone is ringing out here. That's 6721220, and one of you will get a bucket of chitlins from Hometown IGA. And you can't get these chitlins until you get a note, a certified statement from Clara Luper declaring you as the winner. Congratulations to Karen Wallace. Comes from Sir Charles Attila. Calvin, do we have a winner?
No, Mom, we don't. But
We
I
don't
think
have
what
a
you
winner?
need to do is repeat the question.
To repeat the question, okay.
Repeat the question slowly and concisely. It might be a little hard question, but if you've ever been by 2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, the answer is quite clear.
The first black minister to preach or to speak at the National Southern Baptist Convention that was held in Oklahoma City. This minister has written his name on the pages of history. Call me at 6721220. Pastor of the Lord's Church here. Dignified, handsome. Yes, know your history. Go to the Black History Monument for information. Holiday greetings are extended to you today from your friends at Soloway's, one of the oldest auto supply companies in Oklahoma, located in the heart of the East Side. Call your friends and tell them that Clara Luper is on the ball today. Clara Luper is on the ball. If we have the correct winner, I want to put that winner on the air and let the world know that we have. And those of you that have not visited the monument, it's located at 2609 North Martin Luther King, and it is on the ball. If you don't like your chitlins, you can win them and give them to a friend. Now, these chitlins are not cooked. You're going to have to cook them yourself. But here, I'm giving away today chitlins and a turkey. Oh, my, oh, me, oh, my. When you cook your chitlins, if you want to invite me over, be sure and do it. I might not can make it because I'm going to Tennessee next week to be with Miss Black, Oklahoma, Karen Wallace. And I want you to contact Karen. And those of you that can't contact, I want some congratulation cards so when Mrs. Wallace and I go down on Thursday, we can take a stack of cards from Karen Wallace's supporters. And those of you that would like to sign up for the 1995 Miss Black Oklahoma, please do it immediately, and I will tell you that you may sign up through your school. Okay, I'm still waiting for an answer. While I'm waiting, Calvin, should I go to the next question?
No, Mom.
You want me to wait?
Closer, because I think
They're
all you have to
getting
do
closer.
is repeat the question
I'm going to
again.
repeat the question
And
one more
then
time.
we'll give it about another 2 minutes because they're
Okay,
getting
I'll
mighty
give some
closer.
clues.
I tell you who is not. Can I say who is not?
No.
Don't say nothing. But
Don't say who's not.
the
We just want
the
correct
calls that
answer.
have come in.
The
have,
first
been
black
close.
minister
The first black minister
to speak at the National Southern Baptist Convention.
to speak at the National Southern Baptist
And
Convention.
he brought the house down, Calvin. He brought the house down. Pastor one of the largest churches in Oklahoma City. He was stately. Some preacher. I'm telling you, some preacher. Holiday greetings are now extended to each one of you from Temple's Funeral Home, located at 2801 North Kelly Avenue in Oklahoma City. The Temple Funeral Home would like to thank you for your support through the years. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, the only radio show that can give away chitlins and turkeys. I'll be giving them away every Saturday until the first weekend, January. Calvin is all smiles. I wonder if he has a winner. If he has a winner. A bit of sad news. William Grisby, the husband of Patricia Grisby, who was formerly of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and who's been in Oklahoma City about 13 years, died yesterday. Many of you will remember him because he worked at Remington Park and was honored for his honesty. The Grisby family live at 1824 Northeast 53rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. We would like to extend holiday greetings today to each one of you from Gates Barbershop, where you can get the haircut that you want, where you can walk out there looking good just like you should. Gates Barbershop, located at 2609A North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now, Mr. Gates and Mr. Gamble would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Karen Wallace and wish her the best at the National Miss Black America contest. And certainly, speaking of contests, we are sure proud of Tremaine Carter, who won Miss USA. That gives us an opportunity to see our girl go to the top. Gates Barbershop, located at 2609 North Martin Luther King. The telephone number is 424-1758, but you don't have to call. All you have to do is just go there and take a seat. The chitlins and the turkeys that are given away during this whole series are compliments of Hometown IGA, and I have some other sponsors that I will announce on next week that will be giving away prizes. This is the time to give away to your friends, and from each one of you, I want you to remember, bring me all your flowers today, whether pink or white or red. I would rather have one blossom now than a truckload when I'm dead. Holiday greetings from Johnson Sardina's Daycare, Preschool, and Nursery. Located at 1530, now listen to this address, at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 424-4656, and if you want your child to be able to know about a computer during the daytime, during the early years of your child's life. Calvin is all smile. Calvin, what's going on?
Mom, we have a winner, but we had a winner earlier. His daughter called, but she gave the correct answer, but I recognized her voice, and she didn't, and plus she didn't want to win the bucket of chitlins because she knew
that I knew that you knew.
That she knew.
Okay.
But we do have a winner, and I want to thank all of you who called on the first question.
Who's the winner?
Winner is on the line at this particular moment, and the winner's name is...
Don't tell me her name. I want her to tell me. Hello, was it a young lady?
It's a young lady.
All right, go, ladies, go. Okay, this is Clara Luper.
Hello, Clara. I'm listening to your program, and I listen to you every Saturday. And I guess the correct winner, Reverend E.W. Perry of Tabernacle Baptist Church.
You are exactly right. And you won my first bucket of chitlins. Thank you. The second question. On the Black History Monument is the first president of the United States that said that segregation was wrong and it was a moral issue. The first president of the United States of America that stated publicly on television that segregation was wrong and it was a moral issue. Most of you know that most of our early presidents were slave owners. Most of you know that Woodrow Wilson kicked a group of blacks out of his office. Most of you know that, but here we had a president that stood up and said that segregation is a moral issue. Call me at 672-1220 for the second bucket of chitlins. And be sure and give Calvin your name and everything so you can come by and get it. The answer, we already have No, that's not correct, Calvin. We want the correct answer. Know your history. Know where you've been and you know where you are going. Congratulations to Karen Wallace, Miss Black, Oklahoma, that's in Jackson, Tennessee, representing the Sooner State. And we want you to put your arms around Karen because you know how hard it is to get to be Miss Black, Oklahoma. And here's Calvin all smile. The correct...
Mom, the phones have lit up, and I'd like to thank everyone out there. The phone number out here is 672-1220.
Know your history, that's all I'm saying. And certainly we are happy today to give away chitlins and a turkey. No telling what we are going to give away next week because some of our other sponsors want to come in. And one thing about it, you know your history, you know where you're going, and that Black History Monument is a living monument to blacks and whites that have fought and died for freedom. And they didn't accidentally get up there. They got up there because of their contribution. Certainly, we would like to remind you that Miss Black Oklahoma City will be on March 5th, 1995. Those of you that would like to sign up, you got to sign up now because you have to be trained. We want you between the ages of 17 and 27. Those of you that would like to be pages, and you were pages, you have to sign up every year, and please let us know. This is the time that we select our bachelors, and we want some bachelors that we can be proud of. And I appreciate all of you that have called, but we can't call the names of these bachelors until we check them out. We don't want anybody that's not up to your standard. We want somebody that's able to give you love, attention, care, and give you financial. Yes, that's exactly what I said, and you can tell it. If you don't like what Clara Luper said, call me at 672-1220 and say it yourself, because today Mr. Heiss is going to be with us. Chancellor Shadina's preschool and nursery is available for night service. If you need night service 6 days a week, all you have to do, you don't have to worry. All you have to do is just call 427-5274 or 424-4656. Who was the only president, the first president of the United States that said segregation was wrong. Kevin, do we have a winner? I wonder if we have a winner. That's what I'm looking for, a winner. Because I've got to give away all of these chitlins today, and I've got to give away this turkey. Can you win twice? Sure, you can win twice if you're that smart. If you don't know your history, go up to the Black History Monument, walk down and look at the Black History wall and learn some history. This is Bring Me All Your Flowers Today, whether they are pink or white or red. I would rather have one blossom now than a truckload when I'm dead. When Gladys, Caddy, Elliott, and Carrie, Watkins, Williams, and Onita Shepherd Brown all get together, you got something. I had them over to my house the other night, and I never laughed so much in all of my life. They came over there to celebrate, and we're the only people that can have a class reunion with a majority of the students. Good luck to Langston University today. Go Big Lions, go. And those of you that are on your way to Tulsa or to Awassa, be sure and drive carefully. Best wishes to Midwest City today as they go down after that championship. Good luck, Midwest City. The telephone's ringing, 672-1220. If you have not called, be sure and call us. Well, congratulations are in order. Dr. A.L. Dow would like to congratulate Miss Black Oklahoma. Miss Black Oklahoma, who is in Tennessee. We have a winner, Calvin?
We have a winner.
Okay, I want to hear her name.
You want to hear her name? Well, I'll let her tell you. Hello, how are you doing?
Just fine. How are you this morning?
Fantastic. Congratulations on winning the second question.
Well,
on having the correct answer for the second question. That answer is?
Dr. Kennedy. I'm sorry, President Kennedy. I'm getting all carried away.
You are exactly right. It was President John F. Kennedy who was our first president that said that segregation was a moral issue and it was morally wrong.
Most definitely.
Who was the first American? Here's another question. Who was the first American to die for the freedom of and independence of this country? He died in Boston before the Revolutionary War. His name will always go down in history. When you go to Boston, you will see a monument in his honor. The first American to die for the independence of this country. He is on the monument. He is on that Black History Monument. Call me at 672-1220. The first American to die for the freedom of this country, the independence of this country. All right. Know your history. If you don't know it, go to the Black History Monument and learn it. This is the Clara Luper radio show. The first black to die for the independence of this country. Oh, we are so proud, and we were so proud to put him on the Black History Monument, the most beautiful monument in America. Those of you that would like to be a part of the Miss Black America in 1995, you've got to sign up now. Those of you that want to be pages, you've got to sign up now. Call me. You can call me out here, 672-1220, or you can call me at my home, 424-3949. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and I'm so excited about it because you are listening, and you will have an opportunity to talk to Mr. Heiss in a few minutes. In the meantime, we have a question for you. We have a question. Who was the first person to die for the independence of this country? He died at the Boston Massacre, and will never be forgotten. Teach your children our history. Teach them not only black history, but you teach them that they cannot separate the black history from white history. And we would like to thank the many schools that have been up to Freedom Center to look at the monument, to look at the Black History Wall, to look at the mother, to look at those people that are perpetuating history. Calvin is working hard. The telephone the NACP. He never held the presidency of the NACP, but he sold more memberships than any other person in the history of Oklahoma City. He did not brag about the fact that he was Mr. NACP, well dressed, walked with dignity, a member of Calvary Baptist Church. They call him Mr. NACP. If you know that answer, call me for it too. No, you better call me out here, 672-1220. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and you know I'm having a good time because I'm doing what I love, and that's history. What is history anyway, besides the story of a people, their struggles, their victories? That's what it's all about. Now, I've got to give away all of these chitlins, and I have about 24 more members to do it, and I've got to give away the turkey. So you better call me. But remember, you've got to see Clara Luper in order to get a certified statement that you are the winner. Thank you for visiting Hometown IGA in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I do have some good news for you. Good news. And the good news that if you become a scholar in history, you can face any foe. You can face any condition because you know your history. If you don't know where you've been, you certainly do not know where you can go. You've got to know your history. And I would not buy my child a very expensive pair of tennis without that child having some knowledge of his or her history. And I was surprised because I ran into some kids that didn't know what NACP stood for, and I blame their parents because how are you going to let a child live in your house and don't know what NACP is? Hello?
Hello, just coming right up, Mom. We have another winner, and she was correct. And you're really going to be surprised when you hear this beautiful voice of this young lady.
Okay, what is the answer? Who was Mr. NACP in Oklahoma City? Nobody has topped him. Yes. Hello?
Huh?
Hello?
She hung up. Oh,
okay, we have a name here. The winner is Latasha Green. Mr. Membership in Oklahoma City, according to Latasha Green, was A. Willie James, and she's exactly right. The next question. Now watch out for the next question. This man was the first president of CCL in Oklahoma City. He went to jail during the garbage strike, and he said this changed his entire way of looking at things. He's a pastor of one of the largest churches in Oklahoma City. He was the first president of CCL, and he's on that monument. Now by now you know that monument is something. That monument is something because you, the people of Oklahoma, built that monument as a living monument to people. And you say, Clara, when I go up there, I can't tell who's black or white or what have you. You've got to remember that courage, truth, love, and concern do not come in colors. Who was the first president of CCL in Oklahoma City? Know your history, and you will never be ashamed. You will be proud, and you can see what people have done for you. Calvin, do we have a winner? Do we have a winner? And congratulations to Karen, who's representing the state of Oklahoma. And you can be a winner next year by signing up now and by being trained. It takes time to train a winner. And certainly that has been proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. Calvin, do we have a winner?
Yes, ma'am, we do have a winner, and I believe she's on the line now. I hope she held on. Hello, how are you doing?
Fine.
Good. And what's your name?
Deandra Mitchell.
Okay, who was the first president of CCL in Oklahoma?
Dr. W.K. Jackson.
You are exactly right, and you won our children's. Calvin, how many gallons of children's have we given away?
We're giving away 5 so far, but that turkey's out there. A couple of people have called and say, "Well, what? I wonder what the question will be on the turkey."
Well, let them wonder. But in the meantime,
Dean and I
get
decided
Mr.
we want everyone out there to know that the turkey she's talking about is a frozen turkey.
It's a frozen turkey. It's not a live turkey.
It's not a live turkey.
But now I would like to know who was the man. Here's the question. Who was responsible for stopping the illegal transfer of students in Oklahoma City? The illegal transfer of students. Now, that's according to the courts. Who was the man that was responsible for somebody as black as me, and I'm blacker than a blackberry, to be able to teach at schools that had previously been known as all-white schools? Who was that man that was responsible for the transfer system, for changing the method of transfer? This is a Clara Luper radio show, and I do have some good news to tell you. My good news is that you are listening to the Clara Luper radio show. The good news is nothing like it anywhere. It's one of the greatest shows, and speaking of great, I would like to say that the Zeta Phi Beta sororities Miss Merry Christmas will be on the 23rd of December, and you are invited to be there. Have a Merry Christmas with the Miss Merry Christmas contestants. Okay, Mr. Heiss is on the line. Mr. Heiss.
Yes, Ms. Luper.
Oh, I would like to apologize to you because we got so much to talk about. We were talking last week, and the response was unbelievable. And I would just like to ask you 2 questions now. I heard about the report and what happened at Moon Middle School. Would you give me any insight on that, please?
Well, first, let me wish you a happy holiday season, and I appreciate your program. I listen to it every Saturday morning.
Well, you're very intelligent. The intelligent people always listen to the Clara Luper radio show.
I'm glad someone thinks that. Ms. Luper, I really don't, because most of that was handled by the administration. I think I think it's sad that people feel that they should interfere with the education of the children. I know people are concerned, and I can accept concerns, but there are ways to solve problems, with the administration and coming to the school board with it. I think our teachers and our administrators do the best that they possibly can, and I just wish that people would bring these things to our attention, because I know that the administration and the Board of Education is interested in all children and interested in their education and their safety. So I'm sure they had a concern, and I'm sure that the Board of Education should look at it and give the superintendent direction. But until Monday night, until they bring it to us, I don't really know the precise details of what happened.
All right, Mr. Heiss, we've heard a lot about the deficiency, the deficient. Is it really true that Oklahoma City School Board is in the hole? That's the way we put it in Hoffman.
No, that is not true. What happened, Mrs. Luper, is we want the people to know exactly what each of these projects are projected to cost us. And we have run into some cost overrun problems, not deficit, but cost overrun problems, because we have not even encumbered or committed to spend a third of that $90 million yet. So we are still in real good shape. We have a lot of buildings in northeast Oklahoma City, which will be brought up to standard and throughout the city. So there's going to have to be some adjustments. I mean, there were some work done that was part of our maintenance budget, and because it was being done at the same time, they there were expenditures there, but all that money will be committed out of our building levy, so we don't have a deficit. We just have to each week get a report to see, where the money is being spent and how it's being spent.
Now, I noticed that on the east side of Oklahoma City, we have some empty schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to repeat this. I would like to repeat this question, and I want an answer in a hurry.
All right.
Will there be 2 new schools built in Oklahoma City under that present bond issue?
There will be 2 new schools built in Oklahoma City. There will be. Now, if you ask me where the precise location will be, one will be in the east side of the city and one will be on the south side of the city. But there may be some adjustments made as to where the location is based on...
Oh, well, you have, Mr. Heiss, you have a big sign over on 30th and Prospect which says this is a Thelma Reese Park School.
Well, I'm not aware of that sign, but I as I told you, and you know this, Ms. Luper, you were with the school system for 30-something years, so you know that we're going to have to look at all areas of the city, and we're going to have to go back and look at our demographics again and see. Our original plan, as you are well aware, was to build this school, was to take the Truman school building and completely redo that building and turn it into a new school. That was our original concept.
But you decided not to do that.
Well, but you know that the Board of Education has to continually look at its decisions, because this Board of Education, just like every other Board of Education, has made mistakes, and we have to go back and correct or redress a lot of mistakes.
I heard a former board member of the Oklahoma City Board state on another radio station that you all didn't do the correct planning and things before you decided to make all these big announcements.
Well, I will defend, because the administration did most of the planning, and
I see.
I will defend.
You will defend the board and the responsibility.
Well, I defend the superintendent and the administration. I believe we have some excellent administrators. I believe the superintendent talked to patrons and to the principals of the various schools. They sat down together and worked out what their needs were. So I know there was a lot of planning going on. Now, whether it was planning that was agreeable to every person, I
know you can't make it agreeable to every person. But my question was, did you all do the necessary planning to make this a success?
Yes, I believe we did.
Okay, no further questions. Thank you, and have a happy Christmas.
You too. Happy Christmas to you and your family. And
did you invite? I know some of my best friends are white, and certainly you represented us well, Mr. Heiss, up to a point, and you know where we disagree. But are you inviting me over for Christmas dinner?
You may come over, and may I add something else, Ms. Luper? For the community that doesn't know, Reverend and Mrs. W.B. Parker are celebrating their 50th anniversary this month.
Well, thank you so very kindly. How long have you been married?
39 years.
Well, I hope that your wife will be tolerant to I'm sorry I can't give you any chitlins, but I got to go. Bye, Mr. Heiss.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Okay. Yes, we have a winner now, and the winner is who, Calvin?
The young lady that won, while the conversation was going on, we got the correct answer. I want to thank Mr. Heiss for calling, but the young lady that won is Josie Jordan. Josie, thanks so much for calling the Clara.
And what is the answer? Who was the black person that was responsible?
Josie Jordan gave that answer dynamically, and that answer is none other than Dr. A.L. Dial, D-O-W-E-L-L, the best optometrist in the whole nation, especially here in Oklahoma.
This is a Clara Luper radio show, and I would like to ask you this question. What president of the United States signed the Civil Rights Bill of 1954 and 1955?
Is this a chitlin?
This is
a five-gallon bucket of chitlin?
Have I given away all my chitlins?
No, not quite.
How many? I got 5 more buckets to give away. Okay,
got 4.
hurry and answer. 4 more.
Okay. The question again.
The question again. Who was the president of the United States that signed the Civil Rights Bills of 1954, 1955? His picture is on the monument.
On the monument that's
On a
located
Black
at Black
History
History
Monument.
Monument,
It's,
2609 North Martin Luther King Avenue, where Black
okay,
history
call
is
us
living.
in a hurry.
Okay.
But in the meantime, Calvin, let's talk about something that's outstanding. The Passion Home Health Care Incorporated, located at 3838 Northwest 36th Street, Suite 100. We care, they say. We care about you. Deborah Jackson, the administrator, say, we care about you. We will do for you what you cannot do for yourself. We will come into your home, take care of the patient, do everything that would be done in a nursing home for you. Not only that, we'll take you shopping. We will help you in every way. Don't take my word for it. Call 943-5779 here in Oklahoma City. Eugene's Hair Connection, located at 1907 North Class in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 557-0119. Tanita Harris is one of the stylists there, and that's new. That's out of sight. The answer's been given. Who has the answer?
Chanita's, well, I'm going back to Eugene's Hair Connection because Chanita's just starting up there, and she'd like to invite all of you to come up there and see an example of some of that outstanding work that she does. Now, she thinks she's as good as Eugene,
okay, Calvin,
but then, we go on. He's out of sight.
To compare with Eugene. Okay, do we have the answer? Do we have the answer? The President of the United States who signed the Civil Rights Bill 1954 and 1955. Know your 1964 and 1965. I'm sorry. The Civil Rights Bill of 1964 and 65. Your answer is correct. The answer is correct, Calvin. Who is the lucky person? 1964 and 65, not 1954. Okay, 1964 and 65. All right, I've got to hurry because I want to give away all of these chitlins, and certainly I want to give away this big turkey, the big turkey question. Wow, we have a win on that, and I'm going to ask you this one. Who was the president of the United States that issued the Emancipation Proclamation that freed over 4.5 million blacks? Who was the president of the United States that signed the Emancipation Proclamation that freed over 4.5 million black? His picture is on the Black History Monument. Calvin, hurry because we've got to give away. We have how many more buckets of chitlins to give away? And you'll be surprised because some of my other sponsors want to do really something special for you, the radio audience. We care. Deborah Jackson, Passion Health Care Incorporated. The office is located once again at 3838 Northwest 36th Street. Now they will give a free hand. They will give transportation for senior citizens. The telephone number is 946-8928. Good luck to Karen Wallace, who's representing us at Lane College at the Miss Black America pageant. Congratulations to Shemaine Carter, who won Miss Oklahoma USA. Calvin, we got to hurry now because I got to get down.
Mom, we're in a hurry. Okay, we have the winner on the line right now. Good morning. How are you doing? And welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Good morning. This is Esther Jones and it's President Johnson.
Okay.
The correct answer was President Johnson.
You're exactly right. President Lyndon Johnson, and his picture is on the Black History Monument. Don't take my word for it. Okay, Calvin, the next question. Who was the president that issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Do we have a winner? Do we have a winner? Who was the president that issued the Emancipation Proclamation? Those of you that would like to sign up for the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, be sure and do it. Those of you that know a good bachelor, I look in the eyes of the beholder. And you ask me, say, Miss Luper, I'm not going to give you the names of these bachelors. I'm going to announce the names on this Clara Luper radio show, and be sure and stay tuned. This is the Clara Luper radio show, and I would like to thank those of you that are continuing to support me and to support this program by supporting our sponsors, Gates Barbershop, A.L. Dial, Hometown IGA. And if you are looking for a nursing home, let's think of Edwards Redeemer, located at 1530 Northeast Grand Boulevard. The telephone number is 424-2273. What I would like for you to do is to go out and see it for yourself. Put your family and your friends in a home that they will be taken care of. Edwards Redeemer, 1530 Northeast Grand Boulevard in Oklahoma City. Our sponsors today, Johnson Jardina's Daycare, 1643 Northeast 5th 50th Street. Uh, Behold the walls, and certainly I have good news for you. You can sign up now for Miss Black Oklahoma or the pages. Don't wait too late because we just have a certain amount that we can carry. Chauncey Shardina's preschool and nursery, located at 1917 Northeast 24th Street and 1643 Northeast of 50th Street. A special hello. Do we have a winner, Calvin?
Mom, we have a winner, and she was dynamic once again. I don't know how all the women are winning these calls. Some
Where
of
are the men? Maybe the
they're
men
calling,
know
but
their
they're coming with
history.
some
They coming with the
wrong answers.
Okay.
But the winner of the eighth bucket of chitterlings was none other than Helen Reese of Oklahoma City. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Helen. And remember, you got to get that note for Clara Luper. And guess what? I get to see all of you. Somebody asked me, say, Clara, why is it you have so many friends? And I ask, you asking the wrong question. Let me ask you, why is it you don't have so many? Calvin, I'm gonna have to give these next. How many buckets of chili? Two left. I'm gonna get. Okay. The first, who was the president of the Oklahoma City Youth Council when the sit-in movement started? Who was the president of the Oklahoma City NAACP Youth Council when the sit-in movement started? That's a movement that led to the elimination of segregation in public accommodation. That student, who was she? And I'm going to give you two questions at one time. On that monument, you see the handsome picture of a sit-inner who later became a doctor and did one of the most delicate brain operations in the history of this country. He's now one of the most profound doctors in the United States. Came out of the sit-in movement. His picture's on the Black History wall. You will see him sitting in at John A. Brown's reading about those bones, those bones, those bones. What a doctor. I got two questions out, and then we will soon come to the big turkey that we will give away. I would like for you to call Danny at Hometown IGA and tell him thanks. And if you're in the store, tell him thanks for giving you the opportunity to improve your history. To improve your history, to know your history. Well, it's Christmas time, and I'm very grateful that I have my Christmas trees all up. You know, I have to have one in every room, and then I have one, that old oak tree, because one time my family was not able to buy an oak tree. And you don't believe we've come a long ways, come by my house and look at my trees. And speaking of that, I just want you to call, give a free hand, 948-8928. They will furnish transportation. We have the answers, Calvin. We have the answers.
No, we didn't get an answer on that. You want to go ahead with the turkey now? For this
how
one?
many more? How many?
We have two more chitlins left and one
Two
turkey
more
left.
chitlins, okay.
And running out of
Here's a
time.
start.
We have about one more minute.
This person participated in the sit-in movement from Boley, Oklahoma. He's now the president of Langston University. That's a chitlin question. Let's go because we are getting down to the turkey. The turkey question today. We got two more. Who was the founder of the AME Church? His picture is on that monument, and some of you was really upset when they called him. Who was founder of the AME Church? The question, and if you can answer this one, this lady taught school in Lawton, Oklahoma, came to Oklahoma City, taught at Douglas High School, taught at Grant High School, helped to build Freedom Center. She's certainly a freedom fighter. Who is she? Okay, well, let's go. Dr. Ernest Holloway is correct, from Boley, Oklahoma, participated in the sit-in movement, and now the proud president of Langston University. If you have another one, call, please, because I want to give away. Certainly, you've been a very fine audience today, and we have a minute and a half left. Okay, Calvin, get everything down. Let's go with the next question. Who was the president of the Oklahoma City NAACP Youth Council when the sit-in movement started? This is the Clara Luper radio show, and this is some show. You've been so kind today. Okay. No. Who was the president of the NAACP Youth Council when the sit-in movement started? Okay, Calvin, who was it?
We have a winner on one of the chitlins, and it's none other than Elder Walker. He called in. He won one of the buckets.
What question did he ask?
He answered the one on Holloway.
Dr. Holloway. Okay, he sure would get his
dynamic president of Langston University.
Okay. The final question has been asked, and that is a teacher from Lawton High School, a teacher that taught at Douglas High School, Grant, and who was one of the builders of Freedom Center and a Black History Monument. Who was she? Are you ready, Calvin? I don't have but a half a minute left. This has been a pleasure to be with you today. Study your history, know your history, and then if you have the correct answer, do you have the correct answer? Okay, okay. Did someone? Yes, we have the correct answer, and I have one. Okay. If I don't have a winner, I'm gonna have to get a winner. Who is that, Calvin? Hurry up, Calvin. Tell me. Who is it?
We have a winner on the
who
turkey
is it?
question.
The
It's
turkey-
Yolanda Davis, and she's on the line, but we'll get back with her.
And what was
after
her
the-
answer?
Her answer is none other than the illustrious Mrs. Letty Ruth
Hunter, it's all
Okay.
yours, and this is Clara
Mrs.
Luper
Davis,
saying
hold on just a
goodbye.
minute, I'll be back
And
with
now for the turkey, I'm gonna say that turkey until that was a turkey
you. Got one
question.
shilling left.
Okay, I got one chilling left, and it's time for me to get off the air. If you have an answer to any questions, please let us know. Okay, this is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and thank you so very kindly for being with me today. Bye bye.
This is
I do love you, Calvin. You have a winner.
KTLV,
What is the winner's name?
Midwest City,
Okay,
Oklahoma
bye-bye.
City.
Okay.
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.
Reverend Vernon Burris and the Christ Community Baptist